It really seems like this standoff that was really going on in Reykjavik throughout the better part of the day has now, I wouldn't say been decided, but certainly all parties have come together and seem to have worked something out at least. It was a statement that we've gotten from the deputy head of the Progressive Party, which is the party that the Prime Minister is also a part of, saying that the Prime Minister will resign, but that he will stay in place as the leader of the Progressive Party. So at least the first thing that these protesters were calling for, many people in the opposition were calling for as well, seems to be happening. And that is that the Prime Minister is resigning. But really, throughout the better part of the day, you could see a lot of political gambling going on. You could see a lot of political negotiations going on between the Prime Minister and the President, where at the beginning, a lot of people in the opposition were saying that the Prime Minister should resign. The Prime Minister, for his part, said not so fast. If I'm going to resign, everybody resigns. And he said that he wanted snap elections. He wanted to dissolve Parliament. Snap elections would have had to be held in around 45 days. So it seems as though all of this at this point in time will not happen. Still waiting to see what the political way forward will be for Iceland. But at least the main demand of the people who were protesting and who have scheduled to protest tonight again seems to be met. The Prime Minister, from the information that we're getting, is indeed resigning, Becky.
Yeah, and remind us just briefly what they were protesting. How has he been caught up in this Panama Papers scandal?
Well, you know, the interesting thing is that from the very beginning, Gunnlaugsson has been saying that he believes that he has been named unfairly. He says that, at least legally, he has done nothing wrong. All of this is about a company, an investment company, a shell company that he and his wife owned, which apparently has a lot of assets, especially of his wives, in that company, but also seems to have shares of several Icelandic banks that went bust in 2008. Of course, you had the big banking crisis in Iceland at that point in time, as part of the wider global financial crisis that was going on. Now, he says that he sold his share in that company, which is called Wintris, to his wife before any of that would have become relevant to his career as a parliamentarian, and before he would have had to disclose any of that to the parliament and to any sort of oversight committee for politicians in Iceland. And so he again says that he did nothing wrong legally. However, there are, of course, many in Iceland who say, yes, maybe legally this was all sound, but ethically it's not something that they want their Prime Minister to be a part of, especially considering all the problems that Iceland had after the 2008 financial crisis, where, of course, big economic downturn, a lot of jobs lost, a lot of people facing economic hardship, and really the country coming back. And one of its main features then being a newfound transparency. So certainly a lot of people very angry at the fact that the Prime Minister's name was even mentioned as part of what people are calling the Panama Papers investigation.